Shit, guys, this episode of fucking Tokyo Ravens was awesome. Like, this one was holy fuck, really fast paced, but it was awesome. I freaking love this episode. So, in this episode, it sort of showed a little bit more with Harutora and sort of him slightly coming more to agree with that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to become, like a familiar or a spirit sayer, even though he cannot see anything. He kind of does that, and then as well, he had the whole fight with Hokuto, and she's not answering. It's when Daiji saying like, what's happening, man? Like, you need to go and talk to her. And then surprisingly, he actually encounters again Suzuka again, and saying, oh, like she's like taking this like power. She's trying to like get away, and it's like he even encounters again Natsume as well. And when the two were talking, Suzuka had a familiar planted in Harutora, and it's took all of her like energy, and she couldn't use anything to fight. And that was like really interesting that she did that, and it showed how powerful she was. That she was taking on all these guys with just like ability, and she's like they're trying to protect it. There's this little wasp, like it's used for something, and they're saying she really wants to use the Taizai Fukan ritual, and you found out that she wants to reborn her brother, since like the original guy that used this was sort of used this as a reincarnation technique so they can come back from the world. And they sort of say that apparently Natsume is like a reincarnation of someone. I think his name was like Yaoku or something. So I think that's sort of how the Taizai Fukan ritual works in the first time. That's sort of why the family got disgraced. I think it was like there was something wrong with the ritual, and that's why they're not really as high as I guess they used to be. But when you see like freaking Suzuka just going in with a fucking demon, and it's like I was surprised that Haruto was trying to talk her out of it, and then he ends up trying to save up this Krusty, and it's like, why save this Krusty? He does nothing in the story. And then out of nowhere, freaking Hokuto comes out, blocks it like that, and it's like, oh shit, Hokuto just got fucking stabbed. She just got fucking stabbed through the chest, and I'm like, damn. Like, fucking, like, episode 2, already we're getting into, some kind of huge death and giving us our character a reason why he has to become a familiar, why he must stand up and fight. And ironically, when I was checking it on my anime list, like, to see what I got recommended, Blue Exorcist, and what happened in Blue Exorcist in episode 2, pretty much the exact same thing. And at the end of this episode, you just see him crying in the rain, just like running, and then you find out as well that Hokuto herself was a familiar, and they find out the backstory that she was just kind of shy and she didn't want to run. I'm guessing that, and those two had made contact, like he sort of became the familiar, Hokuto's familiar, sort of after that situation. I imagine when they decided to like shake hands and stuff, that's probably why they didn't approach it. It's still a little bit unclear with that, what's happening with that, but you see at the end, with like Natsume making the pact to make him a spirit seer and a familiar, and then you see like the little tribal star all over it. She like cuts her tongue and like writes the like the star out in blood with her own tongue, and it's like it was a really good episode. I really did like this one. Like I said, rushed, yes, it feels a bit rushed, and I know it's an ongoing novel, visual novel, I believe, but nevertheless, it was fucking great. I fucking love this series at the moment. I still think this is gonna be one of my favorites. Like this and Blaze Blue, and I can't. It's like Kill la Kill. You just got so many great animes this season. Gundam Build Fighters, like all of them, freaking great, crazy. But that's all for me. I'd give this an 8 out of 10 this week, but that's all for me. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, straight like panda, and I'll see you guys.